Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, friends and colleagues, my fellow Africans, today marks the Diamond Jubilee of the founding of the Organization of African Unity. It is indeed an incredible privilege for me to reflect on our journey leading to the present and envision our future. On this day, we celebrate the momentous achievements of Africa and Africans over the last 60 years. We honor the legacy of our founding visionaries and luminaries who fought to liberate our continent from imperial forces and deliver our socioeconomic and political freedoms. We reaffirm that the onus is upon us to ensure that their grand vision for a powerful and prosperous Africa thrives in all our lives. Ladies and gentlemen, over the last 12 months, I have had the privilege of serving this beautiful continent at the helm of the African Union Development Agency, AUDA-NEPAD. What has kept us up every night since then is the anxiety and realization that we have not met the expectations of our founding members. They have preached to us that each and every life in Africa matters. The well-being of all African matters. Yet 60 years later, their vision is led to be a dream and their pronouncements unfulfilled promises. To realize our dreams, we ought to continuously expand the African economy and in parallel increase the number of stakeholders and shareholders in the economy so as to not leave anyone behind. Therefore, with all of your support, we are actively seeking to promote our economic independence, African self-reliance, ownership, and leadership of its own development. Prioritize science, technology, and innovation as accelerators and enablers of development, as the powerful instrument not only to leapfrog and thrive in the universe we presently dwell, but to embrace the metaverse in which the future prospects prevail. While we tailor and scale up and upscale our programs to respond to the ambition of our continent, we are cognizant of the fact that our efforts could only yield results if special consideration is accorded to women and youth. Ladies and gentlemen, we have traveled the breadth and length of the continent, seeking the wisdom and guidance of our heads of state and governments, our captains of the economy, private sector stakeholders, our oversight and watchdog institutions, including the media, civil society organizations, and the manifold bilateral and multilateral partners. What has become increasingly and undeniably clear from these conversations is the emergency of our youth challenge. Last November, we crossed the 8 billion mark, a milestone in human development. We know that 40% of the world's population will be African by 2100. Therefore, as the African Union's foremost development agency, it is our duty to prepare the continent to provide a decent life for its people. As I said earlier, no effort will yield results without youth and women. Succession management dictates that there can be no success without a successor. Africa is home to the youngest population. There are over 200 million Africans between the age of 15 and 24, a figure that will double by 2045. Our success is tied to their success. And so, in listening to and reviewing the needs of our member states, in examining the reality of our dynamic demographic landscape, AUDA-NEPAD has developed and launched a flagship program known as Energize Africa. We need your support to optimize the youthful energies in building the Africa the young generation wants. Ladies and gentlemen, Energize Africa seeks to harness youth capabilities to drive accelerated and inclusive socioeconomic growth. It is a catalytic endeavor that will fast-track capacity mobilization for program delivery and drive the transformation of the continent. Its foundation is pillared by AUDA-NEPAD's drive to mainstream youth in improving public sector performance and delivery, strengthen national, regional, and continental creative and innovation networks for development, and expand entrepreneurship opportunities for Africa's youthful population. I am convinced and I am convicted that it is Africa's youth who will reinvigorate Pan-Africanism for a changing world. We must shepherd them into that realm where their creativity is harnessed and their boundless brilliance is optimized for a powerful and lasting change across Africa and the world. As we mark Africa Day and work towards a continent that is integrated, prosperous, peaceful, and a dynamic force in the international arena, we are cognizant that Africa's youth are the game changers in our development trajectory. The future we desire and aspire demands the highest degree of innovation and imagination that only resides in our youth. We're not alone in this cause. Our brothers and sisters in the 6th region join us at this crucial moment. We're proud that the African Union has recognized the diaspora as an effective contributor to the continent's socio-economic development. AUDA-NEPAD is therefore committed to collaborating and supporting all 6 regions of the African Union. Energize Africa program will allow our youth to engage across the continents of Africa, the Americas, and the Caribbean. We have embarked on a comprehensive partnership with the Commonwealth Secretariat, which has marked 2023 as the Year of Youth. And together, we will ensure the design and implementation of skilled worker exchange programs. This initiative will serve as mitigation measures to accommodate transposed demographic patterns whereby the Caribbean population is aging while that of Africa is majority young. Furthermore, we'll provide platforms to promote not only the green and blue economies, but also the orange economy and ensure wealth creation is democratized. Ladies and gentlemen, Pan-Africanism is built on the idea that the fate of all African peoples is intertwined. We share a common history and a common destiny. Pan-Africanism calls for a collective commitment and determination. We believe in the need to accelerate development and the need to be in an emergency mode and to doing business unusual. We need to be selfless, bold, and audacious in the face of the critical and mammoth task to deliver decent and dignified life for all Africans, as stipulated in our blueprint, Agenda 2063. My fellow Africans, let's all seize this historic moment and generate the momentum we need to capitalize the vista of opportunity for the next 60 years. Happy Africa Day. I thank you.